All right, well, let's take you live now to our reporter Ntantla Kgatlana, who's standing by with former President Thabo Mbeki, as of course he's visiting the family of the late struggle stalwart Gertrude Shope. Let's listen in.
I did my research and I realized that 70 years in the ANC, she joined when she was 29. Just talk to us in terms of the legacy that Gertrude Shope leaves behind, and what can be learned from that.
Well, you know, as you say, this is we've lost a great leader of our people, not only of the women's movement, but it's of our people as a whole. Because Angeti, there's no other way to describe her as one of our leaders. These are people who are involved in the struggle to liberate the country, and then involved in the struggle to construct this new South Africa. And she, as president of the Women's League, but also as president of the ANC as a whole, and of the country as a whole, she stands at the center of a particular generation. It's a particular generation that that bridged these two periods: the period of struggle and the period of construction, of the construction of the new. And she stands as a great pillar in that particular generation, and so her departure is a big loss. We know that age catches up with all of us. When we celebrated her 99th birthday, indeed that was indeed enough of a sign to say, an alert to all of us that sooner or later she will leave us. But indeed, for people like her, we've grown up under her. We've grown up with her leading us. We know what she represented, what she felt, and I think we owe it as an obligation to honor that kind of memory. I'm quite certain. In fact, I know for a fact that she was very, very unhappy about some of the negative developments that have taken place in the country, and very, very keen that those should be corrected. The last time I saw her was in Gaborone. We were in Gaborone for a funeral, and we fortunately had the possibility to see her there. And so I'm saying that I know for a fact that she was very, very unhappy about many of the negative developments in the country. So I'm saying that I think we owe her a duty to make sure that what has gone wrong here, we address it. So that not only to say long live her memory, but we must say that because of the things that we do, to make sure that indeed we honor her memory by correcting what is wrong and helping to put the country on the right path as she would have wanted. So it's a loss, but we are losing somebody who actually has left a message with all of us as to what needs to be done. And I do hope that as all of us say farewell to her, we make a commitment to do what she asked us to do, which was really, as I'm saying, to correct what has gone wrong and to put the country back on the path, the thing that she fought for, the thing that her generation fought for, the things that the generation tried to do when they said, now the Liberation Day has come, therefore we must construct as follows. We need to follow the message that she left us, and I hope all of us will do that.
Talking about her being unhappy with how things are, she lives at a time, where one would think that, ANC needs leaders like her, people that, were willing to give everything without expecting anything at that particular time. And one wonders that, what is it that, the ANC can really do? A lot was spoken about her character. Others, they said, he was a quiet person that let her action speak louder than words. She was very vocal also a mother, and also took arms when the time needed to.
Sure, I'm saying that she belongs to a particular generation, as I've described it. What we've said in terms of a response to the situation, I'm saying she was very, very unhappy about what's been happening. is to say it's time that, for the very first time, that the entire population of South Africa must get together to say what's wrong, to say this is the South Africa we want, this is South Africa we don't want. So the call for a national dialogue is exactly to do that. And from the response, there's a great expectation in the country for the national dialogue. We are in contact with many South Africans, many sectors. And all of them are saying we look forward to this national dialogue because for the first time the people will speak for themselves. And I think that's where the answers will come from. The product that will be a tribute to Gertrude Shope will come from what the people will say in that national dialogue. I'm quite certain about that. Because the population will speak honestly about the set about the country and where the country is and where the country where the country needs to go. And I think that will be a tribute, a fitting tribute to make it.
Just one last question from me. When you're talking about the national dialogue, South Africans, when they heard that the proposal of the national dialogue, they were so excited. And months went by and others are feeling like, the government of the day yet again dragging its feet on this important issue where, various sectors from South Africa, ordinary people can come together and just ventilate, and have discussion in terms of where the country should go and what should happen. They feel like, the government of the day is failing them by dragging its feet on that, day to just discuss the issues of South Africa.
Well, it's true. It's true that there have been some delays in terms of getting the national dialogue process to kick off. But I think we need to acknowledge the fact that the president really immediately after I originally called for a national dialogue last year, he immediately responded in support. And even the current government of national unity, is in support of the national dialogue. So, yes, indeed, there have been delays. But I think that it will take place with the support of the government. And I'm quite sure that the president, the head of state, will do what it needs to be done in terms of kicking off the process. Yes, indeed, the delays there have been, but in the end, the dialogue will take place. Okay, thanks. We can't go on forever.
Okay, thank you, President.
Mr. President, just one from my side. Zara Groenewald, thank you very much for your time. We understand that you had an engagement with Contralesa today. Are you able to walk us through what happened in that meeting?
No, Contralesa came to see us. They came to see the Thabo Mbeki Foundation. And the reason they came is because, as you know, the foundations, Thabo Mbeki Foundation, Utuli Foundation, Tutu Foundation, Sobukwe, all of them have come together to take up the matter of the national dialogue. So they wanted to come and get briefing about that, Contralesa, led by the president, Kosi Mukwena. So we briefed them about the national dialogue because they are very keen. Contralesa, the traditional leadership is very keen to participate in that process because they themselves are very sensitive to the problems that are facing the country because they lead people, so they are very sensitive to the mood and the suffering and so on of ordinary people. So that's why they came. So we briefed them about the process, very committed to participate in this. And I think it was very important that they came as that collective of traditional leaders. So it means that whole constituency will be part of this process.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, President.
Okay, cheers. Let's say good.
All right, former President there, Thabo Mbeki, live to us from Centurion, as of course he was visiting the family of Gertrude Shope.